So how does this become an unbelievable, thriving business? Hey, it's Dean. I'm so glad you're back. I debated where to put this education. What I'm about to share with you is something I so wished I had when I started 27, 28 years ago. I had to figure out how this became first sale, next sale, consistent sales, and how do I scale this thing to make massive impact, to change an insane amount of lives, and to build a thriving business, right? I learned it along the way. No one ever gave me what I'm about to share with you. And again, I debated, do I share this with you after you understand more, after you decided it's a course, I'm doing coaching, no, I'm gonna do workshops, no, I'm gonna do a mastermind, and you started building those out. I debated putting it at the end, but I think I'm gonna put it right here for a reason, because I want you to see the potential. It's a word we use sometimes in marketing calling future pace. I wanna show you what's possible. So can I ask for permission? I want permission to show you where you can go. And I'm also asking you not to get overwhelmed at all. This should be, wow, look what's possible. That's how this works, okay? Because remember, we're gonna show you with one product and one way to get clients that you have access to already, you can start making sales. But as you make some sales, I'm guessing you're gonna wanna make more. And I'm guessing you want it to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You wouldn't have raised your hand. You wouldn't be here if you just wanna make a sale or a few sales. So I thought this would be the perfect time to show you where you can go. So let's go to the whiteboard. I'm gonna share something that I call the value ladder. And actually, I'm gonna write that down. I think you should. Value ladder. I did that in all in caps, half, but value ladder. You're not here to learn to judge my writing skills, but making this a thriving business, that's where I think we can help you in a really big way. So what is a value ladder? So you went through the jump start, you're understanding what your topic is, your teaching points, you're deciding workshop, mastermind, right? Like we talk course. And we're gonna show you how to get that one done with confidence, how to teach it with confidence, how to deliver it with confidence, how to get people to say yes. There's people waiting for your product right now. All of that's gonna happen. Let's pretend for a moment that your course is done. You decided to do a course and you decided to do it on, I don't know, teaching real estate agents how to be better at their job in a shifting world. I don't know, making it up. So that's what you're doing, and you're gonna build a course, and you're gonna network through the people you know and putting content out there in a way that is so much fun, right to your ideal client. And let's picture you're starting to get sales already. So let's just pretend that whatever you fill in the blanks, you know your product, you hopefully have named it by now, you know your solution statement, you're gonna fine tune it, and it can all change. But let's just say you're there. Now, through that lens of going, yep, got the confidence, I'm there. Now look what's possible. We call it the value ladder, the client path, whatever you want to call it. It's when you deliver something so good, I promise you when people are done, they're going to say these two words that are crucially important to your success. What's next? What's next? Did you ever read a really good book? I read Matthew McConaughey's book. It was so good. I was like, what's next? He doesn't have a course. That's how we got a hold of him and started talking to him. And I convinced him to build a course. We partnered on it. We launched it to the world. What's next? Do you know the people that got the course? Tens of thousands of people bought his course. They freaked over it. Do you know what our number one thing is that they said back to us about 3 to 5 weeks later after they got McConaughey's book, Green Lights? They bought his course, Road Trip. Guess what the most common question was about 3 weeks to 3 months after that? What's next? Does he have a mastermind? Does he have a workshop? Does McConaughey have Green Lights coaching, right? And we've been talking about McConaughey, like you gotta do this next thing, because when you deliver something incredible, people wanna know what the next thing is. People get a green American Express. What do they want? They want the gold one. When the gold one's done, what do they want? They want the platinum card, and some people want a black card. What's next? So I want to emphasize that to you while I share this, because with all the stuff you're learning, let's say, I use the example where you're a real estate agent, you're gonna teach other real estate agents how to thrive in a shifting real estate economy. And you wanna build a course. And this is your course. that you're building, and it's $1,000. Okay? That's amazing. Your energy is going to go to building that one course, one stream of finding people, making sales, delivering it with confidence. But once you get going, people are going to go through their course and say, okay, that was killer. What's next? And this is where everything we're teaching you will all come together. Because someday, please don't let this overwhelm you, someday you will have a course. You will have some form of coaching or group coaching. Someday you might have a mastermind. You will have all of them because it's a part of your value ladder, because people want what's next. In a course, which is amazing, you're going through it right now, a course is everything people need to hold nothing back, but people have to do it on your own. I'm hoping you're taking this action, doing it on your own. Some people need accountability. Some people need their hand held. Some people need a coach or a coaching group, which is even better, right? Because this is do it on your own. This is do it with somebody. And this might be $10,000. But for $10,000, you're going to be a part of an amazing group where we meet every month and we go live and we work together. You get some one-on-one, you get this dynamic, you get this interaction piece. And it's like, hey, here you get to do it on your own. Here, we're going to do it together. Now, let me tell you how this expands, right? Because if you have your marketing over here, which we're going to teach you later on, and it's driving sales here, and you make, let's just do a little bit of math to show you how this grows. Let's just say you did 10 sales. 10 sales at $1,000 is $10,000, correct? Amazing. I'd love for you to do 10 sales. As you start, you're going to freak out, especially if you got all 10 of them just from networking and people you know and the strategies we're about to teach you later on in this system. But how cool is it as you get better and you realize they're going to say, hey, course was amazing. I really could use some coaching. And what if 10%, you sold 10 of them, right? What if 10%, which is just one, right? 10%, just one of them said, I need you as a coach, 10 grand. Heck yes, because I know you can make my business double or quadruple. That's great. There's another $10,000. So now, your 10 courses that were 10,000, someday you might have a coaching program or group training that's 10 grand. And even if 10%, think if you did 100 sales, there's 10 of them. Think if you did 1,000 sales, there's 100 of them. You see how the math compounds? And as the value ladder grows, I promise you, you're just going to start getting people eventually. And remember, we all overestimate what we can do in a year, and we underestimate what we can do in 5. This might take you 5 years to fill out everything on this value ladder. And I'll share more here in a moment. But I promise you, you will start getting success. We're using real estate agents. They're loving your course. They're loving your coaching. They're starting to raise their income, raise their impact. Now they want to be surrounded by like-minded real estate agents with people all working where it's a collective wisdom, a collective genius. And they're like, yeah, the coaching was good, but I'm ready to be a part of a group that changes the world. Okay, we have a mastermind. We have a mastermind, and you have to be doing $250,000 a year. I'm just making this up, or more in sales to enter it. And this is $25,000. Should have done it with 100. But if 10 took the course and said, heck yes, and 1 or 2, let's just say 1 took coaching, I promise you there's going to be breakout people, if even just 1 or 2% of the overall are going to end up in your mastermind to go from here to a whole nother level, because the power of collective wisdom. Even if you're not going to do a mastermind now, go through the training where I teach how to do a mastermind. You'll see why someday it will absolutely positively be on your list. It's why we own mastermind.com. They're the most powerful things in the world. What if just one person took this? There's another $25,000. Do the math if it was 100, right? If it was 100 people and 10 took this and 2 took this, right? You do the math on that, right? There's 100,000. 10 times 10 is another 100,000. 2 times 25 is 50,000. That's $250,000, right? The money compounds, but the impact compounds. Now, I am not talking about saying, let's hold back on the course, so they definitely have to go here. Let's hold back on coaching, so they have to go here. That's not ethical. That's not right. Don't do it. So many people do. That's not how Tony and I built an iconic brand and multiple brands. Deliver everything. But here, they have to do it on their own, correct? It's why we have next level programs. At any time, while you're going through this course, you could click the button and talk to one of our team to hold you accountable, to be a part of a community, to have coaches, right? We have a high level mastermind for people that are crushing it in this industry and they're going higher. We have a value ladder for you when you're ready. This is all you need right now. Someday we hope to serve you in all of these, because so many of you are going to say, what's next? But I want you to think about that. You serve them here. I need somebody to do it with me. You coach them. This is amazing. I'm killing it. I need to stay connected. They come to the mastermind. What's next? What's next? And that's how we consider. This is at 10 sales, right? And at 100 sales, it's 100,000. 10% is another 100,000. 2% is 50,000. Equals 250,000 a year, a month, a decade, whatever you want, right? How cool is that to understand how this turns into a business? And eventually, the profits that come out over here circle all the way back and go back into the funnel. Because now, let's go down the funnel and show you your evolution over the next 1 to 4 years and how much fun this could be. I hope I'm not overwhelming you. You're like, this is new to me. I didn't even start yet. Great. I want you to see what's possible, because here, you might be doing all this and say, this is so good, because the same foundational pieces, everything you've already done with identifying your teaching points and your teaching topics, that's what you're going to teach here, except one is on their own, one is with a coach, one is with a group, right? But someday as this is going, you might go, hey, we're doing $250,000 a year or $500,000 a year. I want to give more people the opportunity to learn about me and give them a lower barrier to entry than $1,000. So I'm going to write a book. And I'm going to take the same principles I teach in this course, and I'm going to turn it into a book. And that's just $20. So now you have the opportunity to have this $20 book where people read that book and go, damn, she is so smart. Best real estate agent I've ever seen. What else has she got? What's next? Hey, we just happen to have a course. I got it. And they go from the book to the course. Course is killer. I want coaching. I want mastermind. The percentages go down, but you serve and meet everybody where they are. Now, what did we do in the first 7-day jumpstart? We also talked about a lead magnet. Really, value in advance is what I'd rather say. This bottom one is free. So this could be a podcast. It could be social, where you're giving away free information. It could be a special report. It could be a checklist. Are you starting to see how this becomes a real business over time? The cool part, I'll erase this so it's not too confusing here, right? Here's the cool part. The cool part is you literally can start here and just do that and start getting sales to prove first sale, next sale, consistent sales. You could start here and say, I'm just going straight to coaching. And maybe your coaching's $1,000 or $2,000, right? It doesn't have to be 10. I'm using examples of someone I know that helps real estate agents. I just talked to her 2 days ago on the phone. This is what she does for a living. She's been doing it for 5 years. Her whole value ladder is filled out, but it took her about 3 years to get there. Some people just go straight to a mastermind. Some people do a book first. Some people like to give free stuff just to prove the model. But do you see how this works? Someday, as this money moves left to right, this money that's left over is your profit, right? And the cool part, you're selling information. You don't have to warehouse it. You have to pay for inventory. So as your profit margins grow, if you want to turn it into a real business, sorry to make this sloppy, you're taking a portion of this money and feeding it this way. You might run ads to a free special report. You might run ads to a book. You might run ads to a webinar that we're going to teach you, or a live cast, the launch model that you're going to learn, the one that's definitely my biggest core competency in the world. You're going to learn that. You might want to take that money and run ads to the launch model for your course. Or you might run ads to an application that they fill out and talk to you about your coaching program, or an application to join their mastermind if they're doing over $250,000 in sales. Now, I hope I didn't do you wrong by sharing the future first, but I hope you see what's possible. This is how it becomes real. And we're going to give you all the pieces to start at one and go up and down the ladder and have the confidence to understand your teaching points. And now you have Gigi, you have our AI that thinks like us. You have a tool to build all this stuff. You can model what we've created. When we say the game has changed, and Tony and I have been using that all over, the game has completely changed. It's never been one of the fastest growing industries in the world, taught by two guys that have been doing it for 70 years, with AI that thinks like us, with a tool to help you build it, collect the money, and grow, and a plan, a path, and a process between me, Tony, and our entire team here to serve you. In fact, I did a training like this live, and it was so good. And the training was good. The people were good. I say good, it didn't mean me. The people were amazing. And I did an example of someone, real time. I just picked them out of the audience and went through this with them. And I think it's really powerful. I'm going to play that right now so you can see a real life version of this. I'll be right back. Lena, if my team wrote, you want to teach people to embrace a healthy lifestyle, combining with the power of exercise and community. I absolutely love it. So tell me what program you have, or you're going to craft, or you're going to create.
Right now, I actually do this with my husband. We're both personal trainers.
I love it.
And just give you a bit of a background. It started off because he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer before the pandemic. So then we got into staying healthy and just the real meaning and true value of what life is to us. So we joined an online fitness group, and it really helped us get through it, through the pandemic, through the cancer, through the health issues. And so we decided to do this on our own. And we have about maybe 5 to 10 people who consistently join our online. It's an online group training that we provide every day. So live on Zoom, one class every day. If they can't make that class, then we have pre-recorded. We record these videos so they can do it on their own time. And we also get together once a month for wine and chat. It's not really wine, and more like water and chat, where we support each other through discussing our struggles, our wins for the week, and our goals, like for the next few months or week or whatever it is.
I love it. I love it.
It keeps it consistent. So,
well, there's a couple of things. First off, love and prayers to your husband. First off, I can't imagine. So all the power to the two of you. I love that you chose a healthy lifestyle. I also see the power of exercise and community, because I'm sure that community really helped when all those crazy thoughts that he had to be going through, and you as his wife, like, I can only imagine. So I see your big why. What a fantastic why to serve and have others people do. I love that you created a membership. So if I look, without getting too crazy, right? If we look, what is your membership? What do you currently charge for your membership?
It's very little.
That's okay. It's okay.
$60 a month.
Okay, no, please don't. $60 a month. You got skin in the game. You started. Seriously, give it up for Lena for being in the game. You're there.
Thank you.
So this is $60 a month, right? But it's also $720 a year. So that's not bad. Right? If it's $60 a month times 10, 60 and 2 is $12, $72, $720 a year, right? Just so sloppy, I couldn't see that. $720. Okay. You're there. In the evolution of what we shared with the wagon wheel, can you see how you can start getting more clients into this current one, right? You're just expanding. You have, right now, if you have 6, 8, 10 people in it, well, you found one leg. Now it's time to get to another spoke of the wheel. And you can follow that process any way you want, right? But here's what I'd consider. As this evolves, are some of these people in this group just having the time of their lives, right?
Yes, they're loving it so much. Sometimes they're having the worst day ever, and they're just so thankful that the live on that day was the one that they can make, because they've been away for the whole week and they just really needed it, and it just comes from the heart. Everyone's really involved and connected, and it's just something really good.
Yeah,
I can't even express it in words right now.
no, but I love it, and I can see it in your heart, and I feel what you're saying. So please know that it's amazing what you're doing here. So I want you to think about this. You start doing this. Get a couple more spokes on your wagon wheel going, right? Start thinking of look at the ones I shared today, the ones, that can get more clients coming in. And once they do, I promise you that there's going to be a group of these people that are going to say, this is awesome. I love the virtual. I love the getting together, but I need something immersive. Tony talks about mastery. You guys write this down. What are the ingredients to mastery? Do you guys know? The ingredients to mastery, and there has been no one on the planet that does it better than Tony and helped me doing it. Number one is immersion. You have to immerse yourself. You have to be all in, right? You want to learn the language? Go to Mexico City for 3 months. You'll learn the language. You want to learn deep dive immersion. The second thing is repetition. If you learn the language and then don't speak it, what happens? What happens, everyone? You can say it in the chat. It goes away, right? How many of you have took a language in high school or college? Raise your hand if you took a language in high school and college. Okay, keep it up if you're still speaking it. I don't see any left, right? What part of the mastery did they forget? The repetition, okay? You have some great repetition here, okay? This is great repetition. It's consistent. It's daily. You have the weekly meetups. What I'd consider, please hear me, guys, because this is for everybody. I'm talking to Lena, but it's for everybody. I would consider the mastery part. And the other part of mastery is the immersion. And the third part of mastery, remember, immersion, repetition. The third one is modeling proven practices. Okay? So just know, mastery, usually at the highest level, immersion, repetition, model what's working. That is the fastest way to your end result, right? And along that line is accountability, getting it done. So what I would consider down the road here, when you get to a certain amount of clients, say when we get to 50 clients or 20 clients, I would consider to do immersive 3-day boot camps. That you really take them through a life transformation, like 3 days, all the things that you and your husband learned when he was dealing with cancer. I guarantee if you were working out, you changed your diet. Guaranteed you changed it. I guarantee you're not doing dairy. I guarantee you're doing less gluten. I guarantee you're doing more oils in your life and fish oils. Am I right on all those things? Right? I guarantee.
Yes.
Yeah. So how cool would it be to have an immersive, maybe 3-day or 2-3 days, that when they come with you, this is transforming everything. We're going to shift your diet. We're going to shift your beliefs. Have you also found gratitude? I'm sure going through that.
Yes,
you had to find, I can't, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. Go ahead.
Oh yes, yeah. Every day we're more grateful for every little thing in our lives. It could be the smallest thing, and our children have picked up on that too, which is great.
I love it, and I feel it. I'm sorry if I get so excited, and I've worked with people for so long. I can feel your heart. I already know how you're eating. I know you're practicing gratitude. I could even imagine how you and your husband are getting along and doing this. So how passionate and how cool would it be, and how much do you know in 3 days or in 6 days how you could truly transform someone to eat better, think better, and exercise better? On a scale of 1 to 10, I can tell you're a 10. Is that true?
10 or more, yes.
Yeah, okay. Give it up for Lena, please. Right? Leanne, I should say. No, Lena. Okay. So,
got it.
So, this is my sloppy writing. But let's take the immersive. And the immersive is also modeling proven practices. You and your husband, you don't think this is valuable? You had to learn this at the backside of cancer. Like, I'm not trying to make light of it, please. I could never imagine what you're going through. But you learned this. You paid your dues. You condensed decades and days because you had to get your husband healthy. You had to feel better, eat better, think better, live better so your husband can stay on this planet with you. So you have learned this. Now it's time to immerse other people. If you did a, I don't know, $4,000 2-3 day retreats, that your life as an irresistible offer, you are going to think different, eat different, exercise different, and it's going to stick. And because we had to do it, you can do it. You don't need to wait till somebody's sick in your family. We can do this in advance. I promise you, 10%, 7 to 10% of these people will take this, Lena. Make sense? Are you guys getting it? Is this coming together now? And then someday, at some point, you might want to come down here and create a free once a week or once a month kick-ass routine exercise 1 hour that you invite everybody to. You invite everybody.
We actually do that right now.
Yeah, you tell all these people, invite your friends. Invite your friends. And what happens when they come and they meet Lena and they meet her husband and they feel like, damn, I just feel better. What happens when they come for free? What's the 2 words they use?
What's next?
There you go, Orlando. You didn't have to write it. I just saw you, Orlando Banderia. I saw you share that, right? What's next? It's like, that was good. And then they come into your membership, and it's every day. They feel your energy. They see how much you and your husband care and how much you care and the transformation there happen. And they're like, I need some. People's intuition are going to go, yeah, but I need something to break through. I just need to make this shift. 7, 10% are going to go, what's next? Do you guys have something next? This is your next. And someday, 18 months from now, you might have this $10,000 a year all access membership where they get consulting from you, you give their meal plans, you meet, they come to this event, they come to 2-3-day events for immersion, they get them monthly, but you do meal plans and you can talk to them monthly, and maybe they have a personalized coach and it's 10 grand a month, and 2 or 3% of these people will go, well, damn, this was all good. What's next? And that's how this becomes something. And here's the cool part. I know I'm going way out on what's next. But here's the cool part. When you maximize this money, Lena and everybody else, this is where you get to a point where you go, wow, money's coming in. How about I take this money and I put it in advertising that fuels this and this and this. And all of a sudden, it becomes a real business.
That's wonderful.
You guys seeing this? All right, can we give it up for Lena, please? Everyone, give it up for Lena. The value ladder. This is your future. This is what's possible. Start with one product, one offer, one group of people you're going to get a yes from. Start making your first sale, or make your first sale, then start making next sales and consistent sales. And as this grows, we will be here helping you evolve up the value ladder, expand, go to the next level. You might find out you just love doing high-end masterminds, or you love selling books. You'll find your groove, but you got to be in the game. You got to take uncomfortable action. You can't listen to the naysayer that lives inside of us, or the one that might live in your house with you. You have to know that you are enough. You know enough. You can do this. You got to do the work, but now you got the blueprint from 2 guys that have been doing it for quite some time. So excited you're here. Can't wait for you to get to the next training.